Hey, welcome back to Don't Run with Scissors. I'm Kelly, your favorite Jeep driving lawyer, mom of twins, 4 crazy rescue dogs, and a rescue cat who likes to craft in her spare time. If you're new here, welcome. Please hit the like and subscribe button. It sends me a message. It boosts my serotonin and my self-esteem, and I could use both. And if you are a returning friend, you already know the crazy you're in for. So, oh my God, grab a drink, sit on back, and let's have at it. It is March 23rd in the evening. Things are thinging. I think my son said that the other day, and I just kind of looked at him like, what? So I'm trying to finish up one thing for a client tonight, and then hopefully we'll hit the ball rolling again, and my ADHD will keep working in my favor for the rest of the week. Right now we are focusing on paperwork, and I think I have a client consult that I need to schedule. Perhaps 2. We'll see. I went grocery shopping yesterday. I haven't done a huge grocery shop in months, I will be honest. I've been trying to pay off other bills, so it's been kind of like, hey guys, can we just get by with the bare minimums? And so we were out of a lot of things, so I went grocery shopping, and I kind of spent double what I thought I'd spend. But that included a 50-pound bag of dog food, a pair of sandals, 5 pairs of leggings, okay, do y'all have like shampoo and backup shampoo? Is that a thing for other people, or is that just a me thing? I always have like the shampoo that's in the shower, and then I have the backup bottle so that, like, because invariably you will run out of shampoo like while you're trying to wash your hair, and if you don't have backup shampoo, then you're kind of SOL. So I always have at least one bottle like in the backup. So I picked up 2 bottles of shampoo yesterday because I didn't have a backup. I have toothpaste like that too, just so we're clear, and I have dish soap like that, and I have like, those kinds of things. So yeah, and like now my freezer and my refrigerator and freezer are full. I have one of those big chests. Well, you guys have seen it because I put my stitching on it. That's now like really cool. Like really and truly, I probably could use a second chest freezer or stand-up freezer at the moment. So, yikes. But it's good because now, like, my anxiety regarding food, I think if you grow up, I like to have my house stocked with food. It may not always be the food I want, but there's always options. And I grew up in a very poor household, so you weren't always sure, like, sometimes it was really lean. And so it causes me great anxiety to not have a lot of food readily available to my family. My kids don't have that anxiety, which is really nice. Like, I'm very grateful that I've managed to not burden them with that. And they'll tell you, like, it's not always necessarily what we've wanted, but there's always stuff available. So I went grocery shopping, and I went by myself. I dropped William off, and then I went, and then I had to have somebody help me pull the second cart out because when they bagged everything up, it wouldn't all fit back in the same cart. And so I had to have a clerk help me bring them to the car. Yikes. But that did not do good for my back. Not at all. So we're resting. We also had the Jeep Babes security dinner yesterday. That was lovely. Had a great time. Really enjoyed myself. It was a lot of fun. So that was very cool. So we've just been kind of working away. I had the CT for my sinuses, so we'll get that report, or when I see the doctor next. So hopefully that will help figure all of this out. So yeah. Again, this week I am focusing on paperwork, and more paperwork. It doesn't sound very exciting to most people, but for me, it's been great. It will be great to not have all of that on my shoulders as well. All that to say, I don't have a whole lot of projects to show you this week, and that's okay. I have been trying to catch up my stitching survivor stitches. That's been difficult. Running both American and Australia survivor at the same time creates the need for a lot of stitches because we in the group had said if it's you couldn't double dip on the project. So I had 5 teams going at one point. So that's 5 projects right there. Australian Survivor runs 3 episodes back to back, and then you get 4 days off, and then it's 3 episodes again. So it's like, what the heck? So it, and I didn't think we didn't know that American Survivor was going to kick up so fast into Australian Survivor. We thought that they wouldn't overlap. Silly us, silly us. So I picked my one Survivor piece to be Buffet mat, which is great, but Buffet mat is confetti heavy. It's all confetti. It's all confetti. Let's call a spade a spade. It is all confetti. So that it's harder to get that bulk stitching in. So that's creating kind of a backlog. And then, with I lost my stitchy bug last week, so I really I hardly stitched at all, except for Thursday night I did, which then kind of the girls helped me get my stitchy bug back, and I appreciate that. Um, so yeah, I did schedule myself for a massage, so I go Tuesday. I'm so excited. My body needs that so bad. Um, I do the whole deep tissue. Sometimes she does cupping. It's amazing. It's one of those you suck your breath in backwards is what I always say. At times, just because your muscles and stuff are so tense, and we got to get through that. So that's been good. There was an insurance mix-up with the prior authorization on my migraine meds. So for the last it's been almost 2 weeks now. I have been dealing with migraines, which kick off the non-epileptic seizures, which kick off, everything. And so finally got that in. So I'll do that injection tonight, and hopefully, almost as important as getting rid of the non-epileptic seizures and the migraines, I have been dealing with this phantom smell of cigarette smoke. At first, it was just a really strong smoke. I was like, is that cigarette smoke? Is that something burning? What is it? And I the first couple of times I went through my house, totally freaking out that my house was on fire. My house is not on fire, and nobody else smells the smell. It's horrible. So if anybody has any I don't know, burn some sage, witch juju stuff that I get holistic to help get rid of this phantom cigarette smoke smell, please drop them below, because it is killing me. And then my ding dong self. So my back is bothering me to the point where after dinner yesterday, I almost couldn't get into the Jeep. I had tears rolling down my face, and it took me several minutes. No joke, to get into the back get into the Jeep because of my back. And then it was so we're resting today. Now, and we've been doing PT, but part of PT is strengthening the core muscles and my hips. So that's taken a toll on me too. So anyways, I go this morning. We're going to the office and to do some more, trying to find some of the files that we're sending to collections just so that I can pull out. I have the billing, obviously, because it's in my computer program that I use, but I needed to find, some of them, I like to attach the retainers, and some of them, are over the $7,000 threshold for small claims court, so having that retainer is a little bit more important than if it was just small claims court. And so we met at the office, and I stopped on the way to grab McDonald's, and y'all, I choked on a piece of hash brown, to the point where I had to pull the Jeep off to the off the road, and threw up because I was coughing so bad, and then I wet myself, and I'm like, great, now I have to go to Walmart to buy a new pair of pants because, yeah, that's bad. So I apparently am into the age again where I can choke on my food, and I'm gonna have to like be super careful. So yeah, not fun. Not fun. So again, this next week, hopefully I'll get more stitching in. If I don't, I don't. Like whatever. I have goals for the year. They're year-long goals. Any progress is good progress. If I finish Survivor, both Survivors, I'll keep working on them until I catch them up. Some of them they're not so bad. So far behind. Some of them, your girl might be trying to get those goals done till the end of the year. Whatever. I am still slightly behind on WhipGo. I have to stitch on a periodic table, and hopefully this week I can get my stitches done on Oz. I have made good on the self-care portions of both of those as of Tuesday when I have my massage. I have been much better about eating lunch at lunchtime. So thank you, Daphne, for that challenge, because at first it was really and truly a struggle. And I know that sounds bad, but like if you ever, especially I think those of us who are neurodivergent and have ADHD, when I finally get focused, I'm focused and I lose that sense of time, like how long have I really been working? Which also makes it really hard to do billables because I blank out. Like it's so we have found a couple features on the billing system that allow me to account for that or how to handle that if I'm super highly focused. I can put like they have this little timer I can put in the corner of my screen and just hit go and do it, which makes it really nice. And then at the end of the day, I just assign that chunk of time to the right client. So that's been very helpful. Um, so yeah, I mean, I'm making progress in so many ways. It's amazing. Um, and I'm finally realizing that, and I've said it here before, and I apologize for taking so much time on just rambling, but hopefully somebody who needs to hear this message will hear this message kind of thing, and it will help. Okay. So one of the common denominators that each of the business mentors that I've met with have asked me after talking to me, they're like, why don't you feel like you deserve good things? And I didn't have an answer. Like I can blame it on my childhood. I can blame it on a whole lot of things, but I've done a whole lot of work on me. Like I do deserve, even though I'm a bigger body person, to have clothing that fits me well. Like I deserve that. I deserve to feel good in what I'm wearing. I deserve to eat foods that don't make me sick. Even though they may be healthy foods for everybody else, there are still some things that are healthy for everybody else that make me sick. I deserve not to to fuel my body in a way that makes it feel good. Like I deserve to feel good. I deserve to have a nice home. I deserve to have, you know, just little things. And, I deserve to have a new pair of sandals because it's getting to be spring here in Michigan. And dang it, I bought them Saturday. Um, they were $20, but whatever. I deserve to have those things. And the bottom line is so does everybody else. I don't think there's any, I mean, I'd like to think that there's nobody who's watching my channel who's like a horrible person. We all make mistakes. Nobody is perfect. But we all deserve good things too. And so it's retraining my brain to think that way. And it's not me expecting more. It's not demanding. Me expecting more help out of my children who live in my home is okay. Like, it doesn't make me a bad mom because I can't do it all. What it does say is, hey guys, you're adults and benefit from this house too. You need to chip in. And you need to pick up the slack because I'm over here making, essentially, I'm over here working 60 plus hours a week, making X amount of dollars, that all fund all of the stuff that you guys like to do, that fund the clothes on your back, that fund the food in your bellies. Like, come on now. And I think making sure, like, Noel's really good, the office manager, my office manager, um, about reminding me of those things. One of the things he always says before we leave, he's like, and remember, you're a good person. You're a good, actually, it's this whole phrase, but basically what it says boils down to is, you're a good person and you deserve good things. And hearing that reminder at least once a week, if not more, is great. And I almost want to, like, Kim sent me the pattern, love who you are, and I love it. But I almost want to stitch it again with, you're a good person, you deserve good things, or something like a sampler similar. So that may be my next pattern that I come up with. Maybe I'll do like a little Quaker sampler with that phrase in it, but maybe it won't mean anything else to anybody else, and that's okay too. So that said, enough of my ramblings and my shenanigans. Who knows? I may start again. We all know I have ADHD and can't stay on track for a lot of things. Did I buy anything? No. No, I have not. Nope. Are there two things at least that I know that I want to buy? Yes. There are two patterns that I would really like to get. And at least two pieces of fabric, but I haven't bought them yet. So whatever. It'll happen when it happens. I'm a little bit more concerned about buying the fabric just because I don't want Patriotless Plus to discontinue it and me not be able to have Lady of the Flag, Queen of Freedom, Queen of Peace, and Lady Justice all in the same piece, like fabric. I want them all four matching. So yeah. So, anyways, I digress again. My first up that I worked on is my sheeps. I'm working on the autumn sheep. I just want these done. I want them done. I want them off my plate. I don't want to have to worry about them anymore. So, I'm using the call for, like it came as a kit, so I'm using all the kit stuff. So it's a 25 count linen. Now I am stitching 2/2. The pattern actually calls for 3/3, but I've always done 2/2, and I'm fine with it. So he's super cute. Like I said, I'd like to get these done sooner than later. And what I, if it wasn't for the fact that Survivor needs so many stitches, honestly, I would have assigned each. When we do Dancing with the Stars again, if I'm still working on the sheep, I might just assign every dancer a sheep, a different sheep. I think I have like 8 left now. This is my project that stays in my purse because it is all the flosses are there. They are pre-cut. I do have a pair of scissors in there. I know when I go into most of the courthouses, especially if I'm down in Wayne County, I have to leave the scissors in my purse, but it's not too bad because again the threads are already pre-cut. I will say they are cut a little shorter than I normally like them, but whatever. But it's super convenient to just throw in my purse and leave there. So I try to work on it on Friday. I try, or if I'm like, I find myself having to wait for Bella or William, like picking them up wherever or in a doctor's office, and I haven't planned ahead to have a different project with me, I always have that one in my purse. So, again, I try to work on it, especially on Fridays for What the Flock Friday. That's a hashtag started by Kim, who is the Snitch Stitcher, both here on YouTube and on Instagram. And if you've not checked out the Snitch Stitcher, you are missing out on the fun. On the fun. She also hosts one of the Tuesday Zoom that I go to that is open to everybody. The link is on her profile. We have a blast. We really do. Tuesday is the open group. Thursday is a closed group. We keep it that way just because it's kind of more like stitching therapy. And the chemistry, like the chemistry is a little different on Thursday, but Tuesday is totally open, and feel free to join us. I will try to remember to drop the Snitch Stitcher's Instagram down below. Um, so again, if you haven't checked her out, check her out. Okay, so we worked a little bit on the sheep. The next up that I did work on, it is part of my Stitching Survivor piece. It's for American Survivor. It's the orange team. I don't remember what the orange team is. I go by color. For American Survivor, I go by color. I still owe this piece as of tonight because I just watched Survivor Australia, and Survivor Australia is now individuals for the most part. So it got I don't know why it got stitches. It earned stitches tonight. So after today's episode of Australian Survivor, which would have aired Saturday night their time, I still owe this piece 715 stitches. I am, believe it or not, I'm not even at 25%. It's crazy. So this is Self Love Sampler by Birdie's Crossing on Etsy. I'm stitching it on an 18 count oatmeal Aida. It might be a fiddler's cloth Aida. It's oatmeal. I don't know. In just what I determined to be sort of beach colors to kind of fit with my living room decor. I know that Kim, the Snitch Stitcher, and Janet Jabber are getting ready to start this. Janet may have started hers. Or it may be her May piece. They refer, and Candace, the 411 Stitcher, has started this. Or is starting it for May. Several people I know have jumped on the bandwagon for this. And the center medallion says, "Damn, I'm beautiful." And so it has been affectionately renamed from the Self Love Sampler to the Damn, I'm Beautiful Sampler. And I love that. So I was going to try and make this line stand out more. First of all, it's not my favorite quote. It's just not. But in person, it's not too bad. It's not great. It's not bad. I've decided to just leave it. I'm not going to worry about it. So I finished up this medallion here. So next over, I'm going to go over here and finish this peachy color one. And maybe try and finish out the page finish. I am missing, there's like a sewing form and 2 pairs of heels that go on each side of it that I just haven't figured out what color I'm going to stitch them in, to be honest. So I haven't put them in. But that's the other step that I need to do, is go back and finish that, just so that I can have like everything from that point up sort of thing. But I love it. Once again, it's the Self Love Sampler by Birdie's Crossing, and she is on Etsy and she's on Instagram. And it's just in a little Star Wars bag that I made myself. Is it perfect? Nope. Nope. In fact, I was gonna say I think I missed I missed the vinyl up here, so I need to go back in and like open up the seam and stitch it up. But I'm not worried about that. Life's too short. I'm not worried about it. It's just for me. I wouldn't sell them. But for me, it's fine. Okay, next up is the Modern Folk Embroidery Sampler. It's the Fruits of Plenty Sampler. It's the 2021 Stitch-Along. I started it on time. My goal is to finish it this year. I am now at 68%, 67%. We're nearing the 70% mark, which is great. To be caught up on this piece for Stitching Survivor, it is my Team Brain Stitch for Team Australia. And now that they're in individuals, it's been assigned 2 individuals on Australian Survivor, and then when American Survivor goes to individual, it will have 2 players as well. So to catch it up though on back stitches that I'm behind still, I still owe this 561 stitches, which really isn't that bad. So depending on how much I work on it tonight, I'll get those stitches in. So I have finished the house, obviously. It's so it I don't know. I still have mixed reviews, but I think it's cute, so it's gonna stay. And then I came over here and I pulled this border down and worked all through here. And that's why it's easy to get in those like large chunks of stitches, the 400 and 500 at a time, because I'm not changing thread color. I'm not having and this is a pattern. Like you get in the rhythm and you can go. Um, so yeah, and that's all of my stitching. I'm hoping to get some of the other pieces caught up as well. Um, right now, like I said, I owe the Fruits of Plenty. I owe it 561 stitches. Buffet Mat, I owe 1,328 stitches. I know. The He Tenses Flock, I owe 800 stitches. That is for Team Australia. That's my Advantage Idol piece. Then we switched to American Survivor and Lady Justice for my purple team. I owe 900 stitches. My Self Love Sampler, I owe 715 stitches. Oz, I owe 700 stitches. I know, I told you. And then my Idol Advantage piece for American Survivor is the Courage Cell, and I owe that 1,200 stitches. Guess who's not getting caught up anytime soon? Your girl, me. Is that okay? Yeah. What I'm thinking is probably going to happen is I will catch up my main 5 pieces. I may not be I probably won't catch up the idle advantage pieces, and they're the ones I will tend to stitch last. Although He Tends His Flock is supposed to be a gift this year, and so is Oz. So those really and truly those are my 2 priority as far as getting caught up, because that puts me closer to a finish. And Oz is my other part of my Whip Go challenge this month from Janet. So I may actually, now that I think about it, work on Oz tonight when I'm done with my client file. That, and I still have to work on the periodic table from Daphne. So yeah, that's where we're at. That's all I got for you. Anything else? I don't know. Um, if you have a way that can get rid of the cigarette smell that nobody else, like the phantom cigarette smell that you get before migraines and stuff, if anybody has a way to get rid of that, please let me know. I'm getting a little desperate. It's horrible. Hopefully with taking my migraine injection tonight, that will start to dissipate. Fingers crossed. So with that, apparently my dogs want me. So remember, you are smart. You are beautiful. You are cherished. You are strong. You are loved. Sorry, I'm doing this one-handed. So you are needed. You are wanted. And mostly, you matter. So love you. If you need me, reach out to me. I'm His Princess Kelly on Instagram. And you can find me on the Book of Faces as well. And we will talk soon. Bye, y'all.